Hello all, our topic for today is shift register. So basically shift register is a sequential logic circuit which can store or transfer data. Now what happens is, since this device loads input or data at the input, and with every clock cycle it will send that input data to the output. So basically it is shifting data which is loaded at the input to the output, and hence the name shift register. So shift register is basically made up of D-latch flip-flops, and these D-latch flip-flops are connected in such a way that the output of the first D-latch flip-flop is connected as an input to the second, the output of second is connected as an input to the third, and so on. And the number of D-latch flip-flops we require depends on what size or what bit size register we need. So if you need a 4-bit shift register, you will use 4 D-latch flip-flops. If you need an 8-bit shift register, you will use 8 D-latch flip-flops, and so on. And data bits to the D-latch or to the shift register can be given in serial format, that is 1 bit at a time, or they can be given in parallel format, that is all the bits can be given together. Similarly, the output can be taken in serial or parallel format. And now what happens is, all of these flip-flops have a common clock. So what is the advantage of this common clock is that they are all synchronous. There is no time delay between the action of the first, second, third, and so on flip-flops. All of them get the same clock, they act at the same time, so that helps in taking care of the error or delay which may be caused. Now main application of these shift registers is, since it can store and move data, it is used in calculators and in computers, like when their computer has to store data and then perform addition or something. So that storage of data or shifting data from one place to another requires shift register. Now, as I already said, shift register can take in data in serial or parallel format, similarly give out data or output in parallel and serial format. So the entire combination gives us 4 possibilities, which is serial in, parallel out. So this stands for serial in, parallel out. What happens here is, the input is given in serial format, that is 1 bit at a time, and the output is parallel format. That means all the 4 bits give us parallel output together. Then we have serial in, serial out. So you send in 1 bit at a time and the output is also 1 bit at a time. Then you have parallel in, serial out. So all the inputs are given at the same time, but the output comes out 1 bit at a time. And parallel in, parallel out. So all inputs are given together and the outputs also come at the same time. So let us look at the IC diagram of shift register. We are going to use IC 7495, which is a commonly used shift register IC. In this, pin number 1 is basically when I want to give serial input. So serial input has to be given on this pin. Pin 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now this is a 4-bit IC, okay, 4-bit shift register. So these are 4 parallel inputs, since it is 4 bits. I have pin 6, which is basically mode control. So how this mode control works is, when this mode control is 1, the input to the shift register is in parallel format. So I'll write that here. When this mode control is 1, my input is parallel, and when this mode control is 0, my input is in serial format. So these two stand for mode control. Then we have pin number 8 and 9, which is clock 1 and clock 2. So clock 1, that is pin 9, is used for serial input, and clock 2 is used for parallel input. So this is parallel input, this is serial input. So whenever you are giving serial input, the clock which will come from debound circuit will be given here. Now before going ahead, what is debound circuit is explained clearly in my experiment on presettable counters. The link for the same will be in the description below, so you can check that. Now for serial input, the debound circuit clock will come to pin 9. For parallel input, it will come to pin number 8. Then obviously every IC has a ground and VCC. So pin number 7 is ground, and sorry, I've just written this reverse. This is VCC. Now coming to the remaining pins. So this is basically a 14 pin IC, and the remaining pins are 10, 11, 12 and 13, which are nothing but my outputs. So this is how the connection of the IC looks like. This is our IC number 7, 4, 9 and 5. So going on, now first let us talk about serial in, parallel out, like I've written here. So in this case, what the connection will look like, since it is a 4-bit, I will have 4 D flip-flops or D latch flip-flops for that matter. These are my 4 flip-flops. This is D, this is Q. This will go as an input over here, D, Q, D, Q, D, Q. Each of them will have a clock which will be a common clock. So the same clock goes to second flip-flop, third flip-flop and fourth flip-flop. At the same time, all of them also have one common pin, which is a clear pin or a reset pin. What this reset or clear pin does is, it will clear the entire circuit to initial 0, 0, 0, 0. So whenever I make this pin high, the entire circuit will be resetted, or all my outputs will become 0. Now the output from here is taken as QA, QB, QC and QD, which on this pin is reflected as, so I'll just erase this and write down the numbers. This is QD, QC, QB and QA. Okay, now let's move ahead. So suppose initially for serial in, parallel out, you will give just one data, which is from your serial in or serial input. So this is pin number 1 with respect to the IC. These are pin number 10, 11, 12, 13. That's fine. VCC and ground is separate. That's okay. You will connect mode control to ground because my input is serial. You will give your clock pulse at pin number 9. What happens is, initially if I have resetted the whole thing, my output will look like this: QA, QB, QC, QD, and here say I write my input. Before anything, when I have just reset, I get 0, 0, 0, 0. Now suppose my serial input is 1. At the next clock, what I will get is 1. This 0 transfers here, this 0 transfers here, this 0 transfers here. Then suppose the next value I give is 0. So this will change to 0, 1, 0, 0 because they have all transferred. So as you can see, there is only one data being inputted, but output will give you all 4 values. Then whatever you give next, so suppose I give a 1, so this will become 1, 0, 1, 0. Then I give a 0, so it becomes 0, 1, 0, 1 and so on. So this is serial in, parallel out. If I want to work with serial in, serial out, the connections are similar. What you will do is, you will only check this for out. Because we require for serial in, serial out only one output, you will just check QA. So as you can see, whatever is at the input comes at the output. This is serial in, serial out. You will ask what's the difference? Here we are taking only one data, whereas in serial and parallel out what happens is we have stored that data. So if you can see, for 4 clock pulses this data was stored. For 4 clock pulses this data was stored. So this is the most useful for data storing, that even after 3 clock pulses my data is still stored. Only after the 4th clock will it vanish. For serial and serial out, however, it will just give me whatever is input is the output. Now coming to the next one, which is parallel in, serial out. So what happens in parallel in, serial out is the data is given in parallel format. That means you are providing separate data to all of them. So I'll just erase this a little. So this will be my first input, and this will not come from here. I will have parallel input 1. What otherwise you can do is, I'll show it to you. Instead of giving, because I want serial out, I want only one data as output. I'll show you the connection with respect to this. So what we are going to do is, I have pin 2, 3, 4 and 5, which is basically D, C, B and A. Similarly, I have QD, QC, QB and QA, which is 10, 11, 12 and 13. I can do left shift and right shift. There are two possibilities. So initially what I'll do is, I'm giving my parallel input data here. This is the first bit. Now this pin I will connect to pin 4, which is B. So this output I have connected to B. You can either give out separate data also, that's your choice. But since I want just one output, so what I'll do is I'll give this here. Next what I'll do is this QB. So whatever was reflected on B, which is here, will reflect on QB. This QB then I'll connect to C. So I have connected my QB to C. This C I will connect to D. So I have connected this here. And finally what happens is, then I get my output on QT. So whatever was given as input here, even if I am giving parallel data, so if you can see, I am giving 4 data inputs. Even if I am just interconnecting them, the number of data inputs you are giving is 4. It's not that I am giving data only to first flip-flop. बाकी 3 को भी मैंने connections दिए हैं. So even if I am giving 4 inputs, however I am getting 1 output, whatever was given here is appearing at the output. So this is called parallel in and serial out. Now this is called basically left shift. So if I want to do other way around, what I can do is, I will have D, C, B and A, and QD, QC, QB and Q. So I can give my data to D. This will be my data, which will appear in QD, and I can give it to C. Then QC will be given to B, QB will be given to A, and QA will be my final output. So whether I want right shift or left shift, according to that I can make these connections. Now since it is parallel input, the mode control will be 1 and the clock will be given to pin number 8. So this is parallel in, serial out with left shift and right shift. The easiest of all, parallel in, parallel out. You will make the connections. That means you will give in 4 inputs, separate inputs. So this is internally connected, but you will also connect this here. So what happens is, that is why this clock and mode control, it will take care of this. So even here what was happening was Q was going here, but since I made these connections, that is why this got internally connected. हमने ये serial में तो नहीं किया, though I told you that Q is connected to the input of the next, but हमने ये separately क्यों connect किया? Because mode control automatically gives this as the output and D input is taken from outside, because I am saying parallel in. So that is why I had to make these connections. But here, since I want to give 4 inputs, so this is parallel input 1, this is parallel input 2, similarly parallel input 3 and parallel input 4. And whatever inputs you will give will appear on the outputs. So यहाँ जो भी input दिया वो QA, this input will be QB, this input will come on QC and this will come on QD. And you will get your table as it is. So जो भी हमने A, B, C, D को दिया, whatever value will appear exactly on QA, QB, QC and QD. So if you give 1 0 1 0, you will get 1 0 1 0. If you give 0 0 0 0, you will get 0 0 0 0 and so on. So this is the theory of 7495 IC along with the 4 modes in which your shift register can work. Now let's move to the experimental setup. Okay, so this is our experimental setup. As you can see, this is my debound circuit which I've already taught you in detail in presettable counters. Now from this debound circuit, first thing I'm doing is serial in parallel out. So I've given my serial data to pin number 1 and these are my outputs which were pin number 10, 11, 12 and 13. Now what we'll do is connect this to pin number 9 here, and also pin number 6 will be 0 because I wanted serial data, so pin number mode control is 0 and also clock is going to pin number 9. Let's start. So I will give pulses. Now since my data is high, on the first pulse QA is become high. On the next pulse QB is also become high. Now this is shifting. So this is serial and parallel out, and at the same time what I'll expect from you is keep checking QA because QA is giving you serial and serial out. So for some change, let's make the input 0 and let's see what we get. So on the third pulse, you see this 1 1 which was here has shifted and QA is become 0. Then maybe let's again give it a high. So on the next pulse the data has shifted, and since QA input is high, QA is high. I'll again make it 0. This is my next pulse, so the data has shifted. So I've covered 2 serial in parallel out and serial in serial out. Now let's move on to parallel in and parallel out. We'll first do parallel in parallel out. So this is pin number 2, 3, 4 and 5. Mode control has to be made 1, and also clock pulses have to be given to pin number 8. So now I have kept all my inputs high, so all of these should glow. Let's see here. Suppose I keep any 2 of them low, so I'll make this and the first one low. When I give the pulse, you can see it's 0 1 1 0. Now suppose I change it and I make this low. Let's give the pulse 1 0 1 0. That's what I have given, 1 0 1 0. So this is parallel in parallel out. Now the last one is parallel in serial out. So you will have 4 inputs, but for that, like I told you, since it is serial out, I will check only one data output. So I can either check QA or I can check QD. Depending on what I'm checking, I will give the connections accordingly. So suppose now my pin number D is 13 and pin number A is 10, which is closer on this side. So I'll just remove the 13, 12 and 11. We'll see QA for that matter. So pin number 10 is here. I'm removing the rest. So this is 11, 12, 13. This is also 11, 12, 13. Now since my output is on QA, so what I have to do is connect my QD, which is pin number 5, to, or connect my D to C, so that will come here. So let's see. As you can see, I've connected pin 13 to 3, 12 to 4 and 11 to 5 as required. We'll give our input at pin number 2 and observe the output at pin number 10. So I will keep pin number 2 as of now high, and you will see that after 4 pulses this will become high, because on every pulse the data is being transferred. So this is pulse 1, 2, 3. In the 4th pulse it became high. Suppose I make this low. So again 1, 2, 3 and 4th, and it became low. So this way you can give parallel data and take the parallel output. If you want, you can check, keep LEDs on each of them and check the output, so you can see actual transfer. But this is parallel and parallel out. So we finished all 4 types. And if you want, what I did was right shift. You can practice left shift on any simulation as homework. Thank you.